the fees. I'd pay bribes too if it meant the roads weren't blocked off.
Right, and we take a cut on the sales. Huh? That's how... Huh. Probably nothing, but... All right. Let me take a look.
Another evening at the Rum Club. I'm thinking of having a picnic soon. On the back. And all the fees. I'd pay bribes too if it meant the roads weren't blocked off.
Huh? That sounded like broken glass.
I just need to make sure.
What? If you find...
I'd pay bribes too if it meant the roads weren't blocked off.
Probably nothing, but... All right. Let me take a look around.
Someone's asking for trouble over there.
Task the RAM agent to re-inspect the riverside drain.
I imagine that. Nah, I'm sure. Moved. Sure, I swear I saw something.
I wonder who that was.
I'd pay bribes
Pass
too
along
if it meant
whatever
the
we
roads
score.
weren't
We run
blocked off.
security for the shopkeepers. Right, and we take a cut on the sales. I'm telling you, the wind is blowing in our favor for once.
Could we nominate your nephew as sanitation committee chair? this cursed city. Where are you, Corvo Atano?
Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yes, I'm ready. Am I still aboard Megan's ship? Feels odd. What is this place? Where am I? I can feel something moving closer. watching.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
Burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true. Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne. What is that?
Know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence. With you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. There's no sky.
Who is Delilah, really? How could she? I don't understand.
No one should. For thousands of years, few have seen this place. 3 were empresses. There's a strange power in this place.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
Jewel of the South. My father's birthplace. Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov. Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more. You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
You've explained part of it, but what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around.
We'll
Take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Across all the seas. I am that sailor. There will come a time when we must part. I only tell you this in the hope to make easier our farewells. If we should become parted someday, remember that I know exactly who you are. And that I treasure you. I have told you everything you need to know about this one. That's all I can see. No, there's no more to tell. I wonder if you remember me as I was. Sometimes I think of those days. Do you? When this crisis has passed, you must promise to release me. I am tired. How long, my dearest? How long must I endure in this shadow state? I can see why you like her. She's almost as secretive as you. Megan Foster. She wasn't always a ship captain. It was years ago. The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love. Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known. Megan, she can be trusted to a point. But I cannot see past the anger. How much rage can hide things? There was always hunger back then, on the streets of Dunwall. Hunger and fear. She learned to be brutal to survive. She almost killed the crime boss called Slackjaw. Once, while he was getting a shave. Some nights, she wakes choking, hearing the screams of a young girl, watching her mother die. I can tell you that for years she was a smuggler, and worse before that. She has not always chosen her companions wisely, but she truly cares for Sokolov. I can feel it. I can see why she cares so much for Sokolov. Both of them are trying to atone for their past. But maybe there are things beyond forgiveness. She has secrets I will not reveal. She may tell you in time. It was not her hand that held the knife. Things would have been different for her if her young friend had survived the attack All those years ago, she was a woman formed of 3 fathers. A drunkard, a killer, and an artist. She believed the wrong crowd many years ago in Dunwall. The things she did, she can't forgive herself. She was with them on that day. The man haunts her dreams, like a father to her. A man with a scar. He hides himself, even from me. This one has a greater destiny, beyond Dunwall, beyond Karnaka. Something more about this woman.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
Take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaka. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
The dreadful whale. No, it's not on the register. Maybe one of the recent importers from Mordor.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take the squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up the contraband.
That's Adamire in the distance.
It seems to be late.
Or maybe we're early.
We should be here with the Red Shark. This is unacceptable. I have a very tight schedule.
Don't worry, we'll make it eventually. If not today, then tomorrow.
Is that a joke? Santiago fisheries have a reputation.
This job is my life's blood. Don't try
You
me.
know how it's supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Sorry, every now and then one of those Grand Guard bastards pulls a stunt like that. It's getting worse. But I might be able to help you out.
We're listening.
There's a stack of goods that no one's claimed in one of the holding warehouses. I happen to know that no one's going to claim it ever, because it was
dropped from a boat, loading up for Freightport. It's good stuff.
Something
I saw
wrong?
something.
Halfway up, a cable broke and we lost 11 workers. They never even made it into the mine. Those cables weren't made to carry so many people. Pack enough
I should
of
get
them
a
in.
longer break. On account of my bad feet, you know? Should be able to complain to someone.
That woman from Ademire, Alexandria Hypatia,
Spooky, someone grabbing people off the street. What do they want?
Now, my brother-in-law tried to get me to sign on with a mining crew. No way I'm dying down in a hole.
Fellow Serkonans, in his absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassinations conducted in the name of the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, and carried out by the former Royal Protector.
We're printing new posters soon. That usually brings in a few more workers each week.
All foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnataka